The world is getting more chaotic by the day, which is why so many people are turning to YouTube for their daily news fix. And while that's great for us, it means that there's even more pressure to produce quality videos that are both entertaining and informative. Hey, it's me. Welcome back to the channel. The good news is we think we've really stepped up our game with this week's batch of videos. As always, we've got something for everyone. So sit back, relax, and let's dive in. It was only a matter of time before it happened. A new volcano has been added to the Earth's active list, and this one might be the most volatile yet. But what makes this eruption different from others? Why do we have to worry about it more than the others? What should we be worried about exactly? Join us today as we discuss the recent activity surrounding the Barren Island volcano, the potential for massive eruptions, and what could happen if it does erupt. Barren Island is an active volcano located in the Andaman Sea between India and Myanmar. It's also known as the Little Inferno or the Volcano Islands. The volcano is situated in the southern part of the country, close to the Thai border. The island is 17 square kilometers wide, and the volcano itself is about 800 meters above sea level. However, it rises about 500 meters from the ocean floor. The volcano's summit is located just 35 meters below sea level, making it an active submarine volcano. On January, the volcano erupted for the first time since 2004, sending ash clouds 6 miles high into the air. This caused panic among residents who were forced to flee their homes and businesses. Ash fell over an area of 800 square kilometers, disrupting road traffic and damaging crops. Local authorities issued an orange alert and warned residents to stay indoors and avoid all non-essential activities. Schools and offices were shut down and flights were canceled due to the ash cloud. The Indian Coast Guard and Navy also put out warnings for ships sailing through the Andaman Sea. But what exactly happened on that fateful day in January? According to the National Center for Seismology, the volcanic eruption had a volcanic explosivity index, or VE, of 2, which means it was a moderate eruption. The ash cloud rose 10 kilometers into the sky and was visible from Port Blair, which is the capital city of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It is about 80 kilometers away from the volcano. According to the director of the National Center for Seismology, the eruption column went up to about 35,000 feet, which is about 10,669 meters. He also informed that seismic activities around the volcano were being closely monitored. So far, there have been no reports of any casualties or damage to property. The first recorded eruption of the volcano dates back to 1787. Since then, it has erupted several times. In 1815, a major eruption killed an unknown number of people. The deadliest eruption was in 1946, when at least 2,000 people died. The most recent eruption prior to this year occurred in 2004. So why did the volcano erupt? What led up to this point? Well, according to geologists, the eruption was caused by the release of pressurized magma from the volcano's magma chamber. Magma is molten rock that has not yet reached the surface of the Earth. When the pressure inside the magma chamber becomes greater than the forces pressing down on it, it forces its way upward. As the magma rises, it creates a dome-shaped bulge in the volcano's summit. As the bulge grows, the pressure inside the magma chamber increases until it exceeds the strength of the surrounding rocks, causing an eruption. In the case of Barren Island, the magma chamber had been slowly filling up with magma for years. Eventually, the pressure inside the chamber became too great, and it forced its way to the surface, causing the eruption. Is the volcano going to blow again anytime soon? Now, that's a tough question to answer. No one can predict with 100% certainty when or even if the volcano will erupt again. However, geologists are closely monitoring the volcano for signs of increased activity. If the magma chamber begins to fill up again, it's possible that another eruption could occur. What happens if the volcano blows? If the volcano erupts again, it could have devastating consequences for the surrounding areas. The ash and gases released during the eruption could cause widespread damage to buildings, infrastructure, and crops. Pyroclastic flows and lahars could also occur, which could pose a threat to life and property. In the event of an eruption, local authorities would likely issue evacuation orders for the surrounding areas. People living in the danger zone would need to leave their homes and seek shelter elsewhere. There are several things that could potentially make the eruption worse. One of these is the location of the volcano. It is located in a seismically active area, which means that earthquakes could trigger an eruption. Earthquakes can cause the magma chamber to become overpressurized, leading to an eruption. Additionally, tsunamis could occur as a result of the eruption, causing widespread damage to coastal areas. Another factor that could make the eruption worse is the lack of a reliable warning system. There is no sophisticated system in place to monitor the volcano and provide early warnings of an impending eruption. This means that people living in the surrounding areas would have little time to evacuate if an eruption were to occur. And what about climate change? Well, according to some experts, climate change may play a role in the frequency and severity of volcanic eruptions. Rising global temperatures could lead to increased volcanic activity as the heat from the Earth's core rises and melts more rock and ice, creating magma chambers. As we wait for answers, we can only hope that the volcano will remain dormant for many years to come. The last thing we need right now is another major disaster to deal with. If you liked this video, don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Thank you for watching and see you next time.